Alright, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. Alright, I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Oh, little Laphicet. See, all you had to do was call her Sensei. She loves her little Kohai. I mean, no, that'd be underclassmen. What would you call that? I don't know. Alright, well, let's look around. We can talk to a few people while they're learning. Like they're hanging out back there. How do you get back there? I wish to talk to you, but I'm not sure how.
Do you plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Amenoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Amenoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolt anymore.
Our faith in Amenoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were.
Before Artorias ruined everything? Probably not. Unless I kill him. Maybe I'll kill him. How you doing?
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Isolt, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Amenoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
By force?
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Inominat. In all the years we've worshipped Amenoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
Well, maybe we should try and find said priestess. Yeah, I think the one thing we've learned from the Abbey is they're just like a bunch of crazy dictators. Not a fan. They're not great. So, awesome. Man, I love the Abbey. They're just fucking amazing. How you doing, Roguro?
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
I suppose so. Hey, he knows how to woo the Norman. Sure. Well, he knows how to woo Velvet and Eleanor as well, so he knows how to woo the women. How you doing, Ellie?
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
This isn't like new information, Eleanor. You should probably expect this by now. I mean, did you really expect anything different? Oh well. Hey, Eisen. You just sitting watching the water? How you doing, man?
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too, but ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
That's pretty good. So you have to guess? Well, thanks, you fucking dead asses. Friggin' Velvet. Hey, Magilu.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough. But straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Shrug.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with Innominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Muson. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Muson. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into... the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. All right, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words.
Alright, sounds like they're getting somewhere.
Shall we go check on them?
Friggin' Laphicet, like, getting in on that. I was like, damn, boy. You friggin' know what's going on. You're learning pretty hard. That kid's a smart dude. Alright, let's see if we can see what the progress is.
Well, any results?
Yes, well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue, you'll give this old girl ideas.
Huh?
Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land. with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart, the nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians?
Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat.
Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it?
I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: earth, water, wind, and fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Why is he so small?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up. And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line, the one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian...
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Alright. There's a lot to speculate all of a sudden. There's a whole lot to speculate. Alright, so what we gather from that, it seems... And don't quote me on any of this, I'm just going off. Also, I want to trade out for Aizen, and they just switched up my entire party, so...
You want me in?
There we go.
Me?
So... We've seen a couple Therians throughout the journey so far. We've seen the bug, we've seen the bird, and they're all at Earth Pulse points that feed to Innominat. And it looks like we're heading to one right now, since it seems like Laphicet can kind of direct us to where each one is. Alright, sure, I can handle that.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes, and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service? I want you to look for someone. A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned. They've both gone missing? Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Aminoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamoana. Hold on. If she's a priestess of Aminoch... Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother. And you believe they're being held at the temple? Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamoana is next in line to succeed her, so she's had a strict upbringing, but her mother truly loves her. Please forgive Mahina for her protests. I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down. I will do everything in my power to find them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamoana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course. Let's be off, Miss Exorcist.
Alright, so it looks like we have more things to handle. Where are we at? Manan Reef. Alright. So we got our expedition done, which means we can totally go to Soma now. Shokugeki. Yukihira Soma. Oh, I didn't mean to cut her off, I'm sorry. Oh man, we're getting double. Cool. Alright, Soma Volcano. Let's do it. Alright, so we have places to go and people to see, guys. So we need to go save Mahina, we need to go run into this possible Therian, which will probably be a Therian. Oh, man. So the problem is, with the whole song thing, is she spoke of Therians being forever reborn. So what exactly does that mean?
Eleanor, what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book, when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
You think I might be deliberately misleading you? Laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon. But foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth. I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is. Unfortunately, little old Eleanor has never been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths. But something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks. But was that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
Maybe? See, I was kind of thinking about that too, because Velvet was also locked up the same way that the other Therians are, so by eating demons or sucking up their power, does that mean she's feeding an Ominat? See, that's kind of the thing I'm wondering at the moment, because if she's a Therian, then we kind of have a big problem here. So, well, she said she's a Therion because Artorias has said that she's a Therion. So, doesn't that mean she's just feeding an Ominat? Along with these other demons? That could be a problem. Because she's doing a lot of feeding. Alright, let me look around a little bit. And also Forever Reborn thing, that's the only other thing I'm really curious about. What exactly does that mean? Does that mean they can't die? I don't know. I don't really want to fight you. I'm sorry. Where the fuck am I going? Excuse me. Okay, fine. We'll fight.
Better be ready.
A lot of hawks. Yeah, so there's a lot you can speculate at the moment. I'm really curious, honestly, where they're gonna lead with this. I mean, I guess you could have like a rebelling Therion, but does that mean you would have to stop feeding on demons to stop powering them? I don't know. I'm honestly just talking out my ass, so I have no idea. Ow. Well, that's not very nice. Wow, that worked out really well.
That's the end for you! What an easy victory. I am invincible!
Great. Good job, guys. Secret histories. Some knowledge is best kept secret. These papers mustn't be shown to anyone. Okay. Kinda curious what that looks like. What the fuck is that? What are those? Those are really weird. Alright. They're also really bad. Well, the focus is really good. Alright, so total opposites.
Velvet keeps picking
picking on Madame Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far.
You really think they're totally opposite?
If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of
I love Velvet's face.
Velvet is squidding noodles with seaweed.
I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point.
I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped.
Well, they both have beautiful hair.
Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon.
Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly, and Velvet has helped me more times than I can count.
Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge.
That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others.
How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet?
Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together.
You're just trying to be contrary.
I'm only telling you what I've experienced.
Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me.
It's all right if Eleanor doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone.
That just makes me feel lonelier. Bien.
You two are opposites yourselves.
Huh?
Oh, Bienfu. You know, at least you got Laphicet. Laphicet's way too nice of a kid. So, you know, I feel bad for him. Like, man, you don't have to give Bienfu like the time of day. All right, you need to just not help this fucking Norman out. He's such a bitch. He's such a little shit. All right, peach gel. Don't really need that. I could have used it on Eleanor. Oh well. Well, I might as well use one now. There you go. I'm so wasteful. Oh well. Oh god, it's gonna be bad. Oh, it's gonna be bad. This is gonna be a long fight. Have to decide if I'm going to show this off or not. Wow, we're really killing them actually. Well, there are the snake dudes. We haven't shown off the snake dudes. So, who knows? I may show this off. Ow! Can you stop being... Oh, wow, that was actually faster than I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, the experience isn't that crazy. I mean, it's not that much higher than it was in Renede, so I'm not really too concerned about it. But if I had to fight, I have to fight. Since they're chasing me. Alright, can I look where... Not really? Well, I guess I'm just gonna guess and see what happens. How the fuck do I maneuver? Okay. I keep thinking I can walk on these, like, shells? And it's really weird. Like, I really feel like I can walk on them sometimes. It's just like, nope, sorry. Can't walk on me. Alright, looks like we have our own little spot here. Get that treasure. Gotta get that treasure. Oh, that looks like a load of fun over there. Great. And the air chest is right behind him? Okay. Well, now I know. Now I know what I'm in for when I get over there. I wonder if I'm going to be able to hit him at all, considering I'm only level 30. And the last one was level 35, so I'm expecting like level 37? 38? I don't know. He may just kill me. We're going to try, though. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to give it a shot. See what happens. Head on up here. Alright, let's see what this red guy is all about once we head down there. Oh, now they're running away from me. Well, one is. Alright, buddy. I've come to... Jesus Christ, that is fucking big. Are you just a Kraken? Kraken boys? Oh my god, he's gigantic. Yeah, that's Kraken boys. 32? Oh, okay. Sure. There you go.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem.
He's trying really hard to Dempsey roll his Kraken, and it's not working that well. Oh my god, I almost died just now. So, I'm gonna heal real quick. Did I? Oh, I healed Eleanor by accident? How did I do that? Okay. I mean, at least I can hit this one in comparison to the last one. Ooh. Ooh, he broke my guard. Alright, Laffy, let's do some magic. Let's just do some magic together. Magic. 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 Alright, enough magic. Just spamming magic is more fun than I thought it would be, actually. Alright, get in there, get some of that dips, get some of those dips in there. Yeah, that works. I guess the good thing about him being huge is he kind of doesn't have a lot going on for him. Because he's just stuck in this endless loop of attacks. Laffy? Don't look at me. I'm just casting. Nice job, Ellie. Master of Arms got this stuff done. Cool. Disruptor's Glass Sight grants a random skill that can allow souls to be retained when performing a break soul. That's pretty good, actually. Hey, what do I get? Express Pendant. Cool. Alright, so we finished off some waistcoat. Do you need to learn anything? Floric? Yeah. Alrighty, there's some Floric. Weather Guardian is finally done. So next up we can do probably Calcite. I want to try and finish the things that don't take 10 years to finish first. So that just looks like white chocolate. Alright. Lulu doll. Also, I know last session I was like, what the fuck does Lulu mean? Lulu was actually the name of Rolo in Japanese, I believe. So that's why I was like, you know? Calcite doll will throw that on. That is creepy as hell. Look at that. That is not cool. Alright. What else finished? Didn't something else finish? Thorny Waistcoat? He's done with basically everything except this one. So we'll give him that. We all good? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's see about trading on my party, actually. How's everyone doing? Let's throw Laffy in the party, because Laffy's pretty ballin', actually. So we'll give whoops. We'll give Isa a break. Throw in Laffy. Yes, I know. It's you don't seem very enthused about it. See, the thing is about Laffy is like when he's in a cutscene or a skit, he's like pretty happy about everything, and it's nice to listen to him. And he's like, eh, like he seems more excited. And then when there's like lines like that, and like the like very bare lines, like the expedition line and. Oh god, hi. Oh, hi. The expedition line and the, and that line right there. It's like the voice actress was just like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter now. You know? It's kind of weird. And it's not really, I wouldn't say it's the voice actress's fault because, you know, she does a good job with everything else. It's like the voice director's fault. I don't know, it's just those one lines where it's not really important. It's not like main dialogue. It's just kind of like nothing dialogue. And it sounds like Laphicet just doesn't care. What is going on with Scream right now? I don't know.
I hope I did a good job.
Amber Garment done. Jupiter Satchel. Cool. Amber Garment is done. So next up we have probably the... No? I guess this one. Sure. Yeah, so certain lines with Laphicet, kind of questionable. But what can you do? Alright, so there's a thing here, and there's way more to this place. Holy shit.
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
Alright. Oh no! Leave me alone, please. I can see a teleporter over there, so that's kind of useful. Why is it called, like, it's called table coral? Like, alright. Just a random name, I guess. Well, I'm sure it has meaning, but different than what I would expect. Asmodeus earrings. Can't really use those right now. There's a lot of souls here that I wish to collect. Look at all these souls!
I still need a lot of training. Is training hard? It's necessary, so no, I don't think so.
Classic honor roll student.
Oh, you too.